Steel City Interactive released a patch on February 28th. Let's talk about what changed and what still needs to be changed. Let's talk about it.
YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Gettin, and I'm back with another video. So pull up your chair, open your ears, let's get it.
YouTube, your boy Gettin back with another video. So I just made a state of Undisputed game, and I was saying how it's not so much fun because it's how the game is handling stamina. And I think a lot of people agree that the way the game was at its current state just wasn't so much fun. Later on that day when I released it, Steel City Interactive devs released a patch, which helped out a lot when it comes to knockouts. I had to play the game and see what all the changes were because I picked my favorite fighter. I noticed something right away. I'm actually knocking people out. I had to play with other fighters to really understand all of the changes that they made because they released some patch notes, and when I heard or read those patch notes, I didn't really care about it, but I updated and I played it, and I noticed right away there's a difference with the game. So they're making changes. They're making hot fixes, secret hot fixes that are changing the game just to see how people will react to it. However, though the game is better when it comes to getting knockouts and catching people with power shots on counters that are knocking people out, which is great, much better, Steel City Interactive is still making this mistake. And again, I want to praise Steel City Interactive devs because I really think that this game has a lot of potential. But this one design choice that they're doing, one, it's killing the fun factor, and two, it's not even realistic. Undisputed Boxing is a simulation style boxing game. So you have to model what you see in the ring, what you see on TV, what you see in the crowd, whatever. You have to model that and translate that into a video game. How the game handles stamina does not translate into real boxing. What the game does in stamina, and I don't think any other YouTuber or anyone else has brought this up, but when a boxer gets tired, when these elite athletes get tired, these professional boxers, these former champions, these champions in this game, when they get tired, they throw these slow motion punches. They're so slow, they render themselves rather ineffective, which is kind of odd because when you're tired as a professional boxer, you're still going to have hand speed, but it might not be as much power behind that. Also, when you're tired as a professional boxer, your movement, your footwork isn't going to be as fast, and you're not going to be moving around so much. Because that's what really tires you out long term, is your movement, is how much you're moving around the ring. In real life, that's what happens. When you get hit to the body, your movement speed, your movements are going to slow down. It tires you out faster when you get hit to the body and try to move. And Undisputed, yes, you get hit to the body, you get hit right to the body with those center body uppercuts. It kills your stamina, sure, but it also slows down your punches, which makes your punches irrelevant. But they still have power. Again, that's just kind of weird to me. In real life, you have boxers that go all 12 rounds and they're tired. They go to war. And in that 12th round, they're still throwing punches and bunches, not these slow motion punches that this game has. They have to change that. That's the major design flaw in Undisputed, is they have to redesign the stamina. Now, I do agree, some of these slow motion punches should happen. Like if I'm throwing a hook or whatever and you have a much better jab and you catch me in that, in those middle frames before my punch lands, yeah, my punch should be inaccurate and it should be a bit slower, especially if you've been punching me and blah, 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 blah. We get that. And what also should happen when you're tired in Undisputed, same thing that goes on in real life, your movement speed needs to slow down. To me, this change would make the game so much better. And what should happen when you punch yourself out or when you have low stamina due to anything, damage, body damage, whatever, your punches shouldn't necessarily slow down. Yeah, maybe a very, very small percent. But what should really happen is your movement speed slows down, the chance of you scoring a knockout should go down, and your punch power should go down. All the while, the chance of you getting knocked out are going up, so that we could have real war fights that could go all 12 rounds, yet you're not stuck with these slow looping punches. These slow motion punches really zap the fun out of Undisputed, and it really makes the game feel very tedious. They have to make this change if they want their game to survive. And lastly, what I mean by survive is the game needs to have depth. Right now, there's not much boxing technique depth. The only depth that the game will offer is their roster of fighters. And honestly, if you're not a hardcore UK boxing fan, you're not going to know more than half of the cast of the men's boxing side of the game. If you do pick these fighters, you'll notice that they can't throw all these punches and bunches like the elite boxers can. And then once they get tired, their punches are even less effective, because once they're tired in this Undisputed system with the stamina, they're going to throw punches even slower. That renders more than half of the cast in Undisputed unplayable when you're playing online. When you're playing online or playing online ranked quick matches, whatever, you don't know who the other person is going to play with. You can only assume, oh, they're going to pick Tyson Fury. Oh, they're going to pick Sugar Ray. Oh, they're going to pick Roy Jones, or they're going to pick one of the elite fighters. That is going to make you pick an elite fighter, not a lower level fighter. And again, there's such a big gap between the mid and lower level fighters than the elite fighters, which I could kind of understand. But normally the gap is how many punches can I throw without seeming like I'm getting tired. And what you're seeing on your screen, what you've been seeing on your screen, is Mickey Ward versus Gotti, their first fight, the final round. Notice that their hand speed is not necessarily slowed down. It's slower than the first couple of rounds, yeah, of course, but not slowed down to the point where they're just slow motion punches. They're still throwing these punches. They're more known for having this trilogy than known for this elite stamina. Honestly, I think all boxers have elite stamina, all of them. So they really have to change the way stamina works in Undisputed. It will make the game way more fun and more realistic on top of that. So win-win situation. It's your boy Gettin, and we are out of here. Peace. Gamers, if you made it this far, and if you like the content, please like the content. Please hit the notification bell. I have content like these 2 videos that are released daily. And until then, we are out of here.